Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is Gibson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5.
One for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I'm on route to the bed until we all got them buckets. Yeah, the footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't going hard, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. And we gon' ride till we die.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And taken right on the 30. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Made by Dante.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And 4.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at the 15. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Play action. It's Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a 1st.
13 yards.
He had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Jair Alexander.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
On the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. On fourth down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. The punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on fourth down. His first punt, 40. Well, that'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Rodgers. Complete to Jones.
Rodgers pass.
Call it a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
It's a game.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball at the 40 here for second and 5. To throw is Rodgers. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On first down, it's Gurley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Coming up on a second and 6. Now Gurley, handoff left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And it's third down.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
For the Falcons.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
On 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
The 27-yard line.
Second down and 3. Working from the gun. Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Rodgers now on first down. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Aaron Jones.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yards remain for second down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. That's a jet sweep. They get it to Foster. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Second and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey, 88. Check. Sit. Out. Sit, Mike.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brings up third and 1.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jamal Williams, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Falcons nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They go play action with Ryan. Flush to Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
It's complete to Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Still 15 yards to go, second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One of the underrated aspects of Davante Adams' game is his toughness. He had to battle his way through injury last year, and while his numbers may have dipped, he was still the #1 target for the Green Bay Packers and their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, and still one of the best receivers in the league. Constantly works on his footwork, constantly works on how he gets away from defenders in order to get open. He's a guy that number 12, his quarterback, trusts implicitly.
Snap comes at 1. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowl wideout Davante Adams, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Foster as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's good to make it 14-0.
Good. Makes the score Packers 14, Falcons nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, Ryan. Jones has it. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Give him 23 yards on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
10 at the 43-yard line.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Off the option, that's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Robert Foster, as time expires in the first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Sterling Hofrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
44-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Rodgers going to throw. Open man, here's Foster. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
The 49-yard line.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking deep for Adams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
15-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
And out.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Hey, you block over here. Bang, get wide.
A give to Jones. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
2nd and 7.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Again they run with Gurley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before, Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Scan 300, scan 300. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the run, watch the run.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, first and goal. Now Jones. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The ball carrier.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him tape, watch him learn, can't relate.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Kill. Turn it. There. Box it. Hey, take 26.
Now Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point try now for Crosby. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Packers 28, Falcons 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is Gibson. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
45.
Rodgers now on first down. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
By the Falcons. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things.
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones
Touchdown.
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
The kick is
We've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now right away, he'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
a 7-yard pickup.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Complete. This is Lewis. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Complete to Mercedes Lewis.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And the Falcon 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall.
Ryan's pass.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
18 yards.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hall. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Steps away to that. He will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After the sack on first down, Ryan. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Ryan.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now this one complete to Robert Foster. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Rodgers throwing here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 44. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
They'll take over.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again, Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. Well, in all likelihood, likelihood this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jair Alexander, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Tonight's final score